Hello and welcome to White Glove Reviews. In this video, we're taking another loop through Loop Hero. This is going to be our third loop through, and I think what would be kind of fun to do this time is let's try adding a vampire mansion. Let's get rid of the grove, and maybe, we can't get rid of the cemetery yet. We'll leave the cemetery out. So we'll add a vampire mansion and see what that changes for us. See if that creates anything interesting. So let's see. Adds vampires to battles on adjacent tiles. And the swamp, which is a new card we got, spawns mosquitoes every 3 days. All healing effects are lethal here except for potions, which are still on your side. Alright. Village. And the village. Heals 15 plus 5 times loop upon entering, gives you a quest. Alright. So my experience from before is there's an interaction between vampire mansions and villages. So I figure we'll give that a shot. And we'll run through. I'm actually not going to tackle the second chapter yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through and see if I can't maybe accumulate a little more in the way of resources, so I can, build my village up. Ideally, I'd like to unlock the rogue pretty quickly, and that'll give us another option. So, as usual, we'll equip here and here, and then we'll just go around the circle. Ooh, battlefield. Don't forget with the battlefields, at least what I like to do, is I like to put them toward the beginning, where I can pick up the delicious, delicious treasure as early as possible. And this one, if I position it here, it looks like it's only going to hit these 2 tiles. So that should give us a nice treasure chest relatively early on. And a random ring that, who knows. So I'm going to go around the circle for a while and see what happens. Now, what I'm probably going to do is fast forward this and then see what happens. Okay, so we've progressed a little ways in our fast forward loop running. Now, a couple things that I'm kind of curious about. If I remember correctly, the vampire mansion has an interaction with the village. So let's put the village out. So currently the village said heals 30 hit points upon entering, gives you a quest. So I'm gonna put the vampire mansion right here, and I want to see if the vampire mansion does anything to the cemetery as well. So the vampire mansion didn't do anything to the cemetery, but it changes the village to a ransacked village. Spawns up to 4 ghouls once per loop. Transforms into something useful after 3 loops. Okay, that's kind of cool. And so I'm going to place another cemetery right here because I like to keep my things orderly. And then let's continue looping around and see what happens. So, as you can tell, things are have progressed a little bit. Ooh, there's a treasury, which is kind of exciting. So, I'm definitely going to place out my battlefield, and I'll place out my treasury up here. And I'll take care of some meadows for good measure, like so. And then, actually, I'm going to use these. Meh, it hurts me too much to do. Screw it. I'm going to put them out. I'll put these out here, because I don't want the cars just getting destroyed. Alright, so I got an Oblivion and I got some meadows ready to go. So we'll resume the run around in circles. And then we'll see where we stand. Okay, so we've progressed a little more around the circle. So let's see what we got. We got a pretty nice regeneration one here. Damage to all, damage to all. I'm gonna up my regeneration. So as we've been progressing through, the ransacked villages are still ransacked. I placed a village right here, and it did not turn into a ransacked village, which kind of surprised me. I'm wondering if I have to, if it's like only when they're like directly at right angles to the vampire mansion. I didn't know that. So we got another level. So for the leveling up, dominant mass, damage is increased by 20% of your defense value. It seems like that would work nicely with my defense increasing every loop. So what the heck, I'll go with that one. And then we shall continue progressing around the circle for a while, around the loop, and see where we stand. So I will once again start with the fast forwarding. Okay, so we're getting close to our areas where we had the vampires and the villages. And as you can see, as I've been through the loop 3 times, you can see the villages turn into Count's Lands that heals 135 hit points upon entering and gives you a quest with a better reward. So normally villages give you a quest, these give you a better quest. And also, I tested it out. I originally placed a village here and it didn't turn into a ransacked village. But when I placed the vampire mansion here, it did. So it looks like you have to be at like 90-degree angles. You can't be diagonal from the vampire mansion. And if you watch, what happened is, I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but well, I'll pause it after this fight and you'll be able to see it. But when you entered the village, or when you passed through the village, what happened is one of the monsters got a little crown on top of it. And that became like a quest goal. And so once you kill that monster, you finish that quest, and whatever the quest goal is from that, you'll end up getting. So as soon as this fight wraps up, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like, see, this little creature right here has a crown on the top of it. And if you watch really carefully, you'll see a crown pop up somewhere else when I go through this particular Count's Lands. You saw the little energy thing up there at the top? That was another quest item, another quest monster popping up. So I will let this run for a little while longer, and we'll see how we progress. Okay, so we've gone around for a little bit, and it's been kind of interesting. So here's a quick question, though. All right, so let's say I click stay, and I'll pause it real quick. Okay, so it looks like everything has refreshed. So I have the swarm of spiders up here, which I have created, and then I have this mess of undead and my happy little villages. So the question is this. I can still leave without my resources going. So the question is, do I go through one more time? Let's look and see. So my damage to all is 4. I'm regenerating 7.8. So can I up this? I think the plan might be to say maybe retreat and then build up and see what I can build. So let's go with that. Because this is like a pseudo roguelike, so you don't necessarily want to always you know, keep looping to your death. So let's retreat and see what all we can buy. So in the build menu, let's see what I can buy. I can build a refuge now, which unlocks the rogue. I can build the smithy, which unlocks that. I can build a cemetery, and I can build a farm. All right, so we're definitely unlocking. We're gonna unlock the rogue, like so. So, etc., etc. Lots of words. Something about a rogue. All right, so let's see what else we can build. So we can no longer build a farm. We can still build a smithy, and that's the only thing we can build beyond that. So let's build a smithy, and we'll stick it right there. All right, so again, many more words for the smithy, and then let's see. So we now have a rogue unlocked. So if we go to expedition, this gets us the warrior, and this gets us the rogue. So that's kind of cool. All right, do we get any new cards? No new cards. All right, well, I'll tell you what. I think this is probably a good point to stop this video, and maybe we'll try loop number 4 with the rogue. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I hope y'all have an excellent day.